Hello traders, welcome to DDT's Tech, and this is DDT's Tech Forex Trader from DDT's Tech Solutions. And today we're going to look at how to analyze charts, that is with technical analysis. So if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the Telegram channel. The link is below in the description. So let's get started. And in order to analyze the chart, we're going to look at three things. Which is, first, we know how to determine the market structure. So if you have any notebook, you can jot some few things down. And second, we're going to know how to find area of values from the chart. And thirdly, we are going to know how to find confirmation entries. So these are the three things we are going to analyze in this video, and the breakdown of all these things will be in sub videos, preventing this video from becoming a long video. Okay, so let's get started. So analyzing a chart, we mostly talk of we want to determine where the trend of the market is. So for market structure, as for the first part, we are going to look at market structure, which is knowing the trend of the market. Sometimes markets can be in an uptrend or a downtrend, or markets will be consolidating. So let's look at uptrend. After that, we'll look at the rest, and we'll find, we'll go to the chart itself to find real time examples. So in an uptrend, you can see that sometimes markets will be, you can see market is bullish. That is the word for it. Sometimes you can see the market will be bullish, and then it's forming what we call higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So we determine this market to be in an uptrend. So you can see market to be forming higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, moving in an uptrend. So this is what we determine as an uptrend market. So anytime you want to trade, first look at the trend of the market. It could be in a 1 minute time frame, it could be in any time frame, So if you are analyzing or you are trading with the 1 minute, you have to find the uptrend or the market structure in that 1 minute. If it's an intraday, 4-hour or 1 hour, you find the trend of the market. So this is how it goes. Now let's go to a downtrend. So how do we determine the structure of a market when it's in a downtrend? So sometimes you can see markets or the price of a market making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So the LL is lower lows, LH is lower highs. So you can take note of all those things, as market will be in a bearish trend. As we can see, sellers are in control, market moving down, down, down. So we call this to be a downtrend. So anytime you are trading, look for market structure before the trade. And the last of it all is that sometimes markets or prices of a market can cause what we call a range. So with a range, we mostly say that the price or the market is consolidating. With this, we don't know the actual direction of the market, whether to move upwards or to go upwards or downwards. So this is what we call a range. So sometimes you can find markets not able to break a particular price, which we can call a resistance or support. So markets just moving in a range. And then the direction of a market, if you want to know the direction of a market, it depends on a breakout. So sometimes you can see as markets moving in the range, then there can be a breakout like this to the downside, then the market will be, still moving, or there could be a breakout to the upside. So this is what we call a range. So anytime you are trading, as I said, look for the structure of the market, whether in any time frame you are trading with, whether a 1 minute, whether 5 minutes, whether an intraday, whether a daily time frame, or a weekly or monthly, whatever time frame. Look for the trend of the market is either an uptrend, a downtrend, or it's consolidating, or it's in a range. So we are going to find real time examples, and then we move on to the second, which is finding the area of value. So on the GBP JPY on the 1 minute time frame, we can see that the current price, yes, the trend of the market currently is in an uptrend. You can see that the price of the market is making, you know, higher lows, higher highs, 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 higher lows. So we can clearly see that the price or the charts for this particular GBP JPY is in an uptrend. So this is a real time example. So anytime you're trading, make sure you find the trend of the market. You can see this is in an uptrend. So let's go and find markets which can be in a downtrend. So for a downtrend market, now on the Euro JPY on the 1 minute time frame, you can see that this Euro JPY is making series of lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So this is what we term as a downtrend, and so Euro JPY making series of lower highs. Yes, so this is a real time on Euro JPY that's on a downtrend. Now let's look at the consolidating. Alright, so back on the GBP JPY on the 1 hour time frame, we can clearly see that here the market or the price is consolidating, which we can all see that the market is moving in no particular direction, as it's broke into this range, causing, it's just consolidating, not knowing the right direction of the market until there was a breakout. I said earlier that in order to know the direction of a range, we need to wait for a breakout. And you can see when there was a breakout, the market was, it moved in the uptrend. So we can clearly see from here that the market moved in an uptrend. So this is a real time example on the range or a consolidating market. Now let's look at what we term as an area of value. So what is an area of value? So in an area of value, we can determine, or it's used to determine, you know, a significant area where markets reacted. So we can also react or link it to what we call order blocks. So it's a significant area of price action. Okay, so there are a lot of area of values. We could have the supply and demand zones. Okay, let me just type them here. So area of values, we can have the first, we can have the support and resistance. Then we can have the supply and demand zones, and what we call, yes, and what we call other blocks. So other blocks. So these are the three area of values. As well, we could have others like channels, charts, patterns, and formations. Um, and yeah, candlestick formation will be under confirmation. So these are some few area of values, but then I'll be touching on support and resistance. Supply and demand zones are almost like the support and resistance, and other blocks will be in another video. That will be a sole topic on other blocks. Support and resistance too, I'm going to do a sole topic on support and resistance, but just let me throw light on this. So we can say, or sometimes that price can just, let's say in an uptrend market, the price moving in high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, and it gets to a specific target, it bounces back. It can bounce, move in lower lows, lower highs, being a downtrend, and then sorry, okay, so move in an uptrend again, and when it reaches that particular zone, it bounces back again. So this is what we can term as, this could be a supply zone, a supply zone, or a resistance. So a resistance or a supply zone. So with this, price is failing to break this zone. Price becomes too high for buyers to push the market up. So when it hits this price, they can't buy, and then sellers comes back to push it down. So when it reaches a zone where the market cannot push upwards again, you can see it clearly hits the zone, that's the supply zone. Then we can say this is a resistance. So we can, this for the resistance, I hope you understand. We'll also look at live charts to understand it clearly, and then we can also see that sometimes markets will be moving in a downtrend, downtrend. It reaches a particular zone, it goes back, then we move in an uptrend, and then comes back to a downtrend. Draw it again. So downtrend, So you can clearly see that the price is failing to break this zone. So this zone is what we call the demand zone. So a demand zone, and we can see that we have a support here. So teaching support and resistance and demand and supply at the same time. So here we have a support which sellers, are finding it difficult to, still push the market down because the price there is too expensive for them. So then when they get to that price, they can't push the market down further, and then the price bounces back. So this is what we call support or a supply zone. So understanding support and resistance, then we also go to the chart to find real time support and resistance. And I also encourage you to also, glance through your charts, try to find support and resistance, and then you can message me on Telegram to help or guide you, with all these things as well. So on gold 1 minute time frame, I have a few support and resistance drawn right here. So in depth on how to, find potential support and resistance will be in the other video. So just subscribe and hit the notification bell, join the Telegram channel as well, so you don't miss it. So you can see that when price reached this zone, it failed to, break above this zone. It broke with a wick and came back into the price, and then it came here again, failed to break this zone. So we can say this is a very strong, resistance or a supply zone, or yeah, supply zone. And then we can see clearly from this angle too that this angle was, if I show the chart throughout, I think I first said this resist support I drew here was from March, which has been my support since. So unless I move the charts all the way to March, so you can clearly see that when price reached this place, it failed to break and came back and broke. Well, this is what we call a fake breakout. So fake breakout, it broke the support, but it didn't continue downwards, and then it came back into the range of price and came up again, as you can see, and failed to break the support again, and then price bounced back. So this is what we term as support. And then you can see I do uh, this right here. So here, as price was in a downtrend, it still created a support and a resistance where price failed to break this. So it touched here, came to touch here for the second time, failed to break this, high, came down, failed to break this low, failed to break this low, the same failed to break this high, and now it finally broke this this resistance here. So we can say this could be a range. Okay, so but we have a pattern for this, which I'm going to show you guys, chart patterns. So it broke out and price started moving in its way. So your homework is to find potential, support and resistance in your charts, and then let me know in the Telegram channel. If you have any problems, let me know in the comments section of this YouTube. As I said, I'm going to also do in-depth videos, on these things, in order to not make this particular video a long video. Now let's move to confirmation entries. Confirmation entries, I think I've done a lot of videos on most of my trades and I've explained all those things. Confirmation entries, we have first, if you want a confirmation entry, make sure you have your support and resistance, you know, covered. So support and resistance. And then the second is to look for what we call a retest. So a retest to either the support or that resistance. I've done a lot of videos, so you can just check it out. Go to the playlist. I'll put the playlist link in the description. Just watch all the videos on how I take my trade. I explained all those things. The third is what we call wait for a change of structure or a change of character. Change of character is what we term as ICT. Yes, I'll teach ICT as well, and you understand change of structure very well. The fourth is to also look for a fair value gap. Fair value gap is also under ICT, and I'll teach that as I said. After finding a fair value gap, then you can enter a trade, but then we can also consider other confirmations like charts, candlestick formation as well, or a high volume candlestick. All these things I've said them in the video, so kindly watch this. And if you have any problem, let me know in the comment section. If you've done the homework I said, you can also let me know on my Telegram, and I'm going to guide you one on one, guide you on how to. Alright, so thank you for watching this video. Kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you like this video, kindly like. If you have any question, comments, join the Telegram channel as well. Yeah, have a nice day.